Join me. Together, we can rule the galaxy far from sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hello, Space Wizards and Plastic Spacemen and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and
John Hoffman.
You're listening to Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 183. Today we're going to be looking at episode 6 of the Acolyte called Teach and Corrupt. But we couldn't do this alone. Nope. We got two wonderful guests with us, Bob and Bobby Pieroni. Am I saying that right, guys?
Yep.
In the house.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much. It's great. And my little buddy here, Trent. How you doing, man?
Good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. so exciting. So exciting.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm tired a little
You
bit.
a little tired? Well, this kid's been sleeping to like noon, man. I think he's growing like exponentially every time he wakes up, you know? Like in a cryogenic sleep chamber or something, you know?
Yeah.
Waking up.
Yeah, and I took a shower, so that really just calms me down. I'm like,
Well, that's good. That's good.
I'm like
So, you looking forward to the 4th?
yes, I am.
Yeah. You guys do anything fun for the 4th?
We got our troop going on the 4th, and then we have a little garrison party we're doing afterwards with the members or the troopers.
Nice.
At that one.
Kind of like the second annual Carol Stream 4th of July.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
which is pretty
second annual. I like it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we're not stopping.
Yeah, right. You did it once. It's easy. Now you just got to do it again, you know?
cool. Right.
So,
Yep.
That's super cool. Super cool. So, we watched Godzilla -1. Have you guys seen that?
We saw that in theaters back when it first came out.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Yes. So this is like our second time seeing it. It's on Netflix now, and they have an English dub because Trent can read, but not at the pace with all the subtitles. So I'm like, we need an English dub here if he's going to be able to watch it. So it's on Netflix now, and they have an English
so
dub,
good,
and it's so good.
I love the little baby. It's like it's so heartbreaking when he says, "I'm not your father." I'm like,
Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that movie I love the characters so much in that one. You
Yeah.
feel for them. Especially
Yeah.
the main character and his
Yeah.
story and
It's so
really
good.
I'd like his when he charges up. It's like the backplate just start going up when it finally gets to
When
the
it's
line,
like
doo-doo.
power plates or whatever. Yeah.
I like how it just goes straight and it's like a nuclear bomb because it's like in that time. That's just like the one of the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
It's like a mushroom cloud's like sometimes it's just beautiful to watch.
It is. It got an Oscar. First Godzilla.
Yeah.
No,
And
the-
the budget was only like 50 million, I think, too. It was a really small budget,
Yeah.
and they did that much with it. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
It's insane. Sometimes it's like 30, 50 million just to make like a movie. It's insane.
Yeah. No, the budget's usually like $200 million or
Yeah,
something.
the newest
Yeah.
Godzilla was that. Yeah, Godzilla
Yeah.
X Kong.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we watched that.
Yes.
We just started watching Fall Guy too with Ryan Gosling or whatever.
Yeah, it's
We didn't finish it yet, but
it's
I
real
grew up with the original Fall Guy with Lee.
yeah, me too. You and me both, bro. So yeah. I was like, okay, it's like a movie inside a movie, which is not. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we're finishing that up. We did
Nice.
Summer Jam.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun, right? We had fun
What
there.
is Summer Jam?
Summer Jam. It was through our church. It was like for youth, like 1 through 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we just had fun. I helped with games
Yeah.
but it was like music kind of oriented. So it was like
Yeah,
jam.
There was,
Yeah.
there was a water day and I sprayed Dad. I asked
You did. I
asked
yeah.
one of our the people who were helping. I was like, hey, can I go? He had like
Can
a
I just go
squirter.
spray my dad? And yeah, you got me good.
Yeah, because he was helping. I'm like,
Yeah.
got
You
me
kind of like
back.
sniped me.
Yeah, sniped you right in the back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good kid.
We have fun doing that.
I do the same to him. I would.
Yeah. He was kind of polite because he asked the helper like, "Hey, can I just go over there and spray my dad?" And he's like, "Yeah." So got sniped though.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And then we've been playing Fortnite.
hmm
We love a little Fortnite.
Yeah, there's actually in Reloaders more people playing it than the Battle Royale.
So they did like a smaller map. It's called Reloaded. Kind of kicking off, Metallica Reloaded. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
So they create a smaller map, and so a lot of people are playing that instead.
Yeah,
of
it's only
actual-
40 people instead of 100.
Yeah,
I did check it out this morning.
Oh, you downloaded it?
I re-downloaded it. I wanted to check it out because I knew that was gonna be one of the topics, and it was okay. I was an OG Fortnite player right when the game came out.
Yeah.
So for me, it's the original map.
Yeah.
And so it brought back a lot of
Is
nostalgia.
that like
feeling.
Tomato Town?
The tomato is not
See,
in it.
hey!
Yes,
He
nice.
does.
He made me, well, when he was young, yes, Dad's got to be cool and play every
Right.
game with him.
Yeah.
I could not build to save my life.
The zero
No.
build
No,
one.
if you're over 30, you can't build.
No,
Yeah,
Or
it's
if
a
you
long-
start as a teen and you still play, you can still actually build.
Yeah, but you're.
he was teaching me the color of the guns and how to swap through them. And, I've been a gamer since Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Dad, my brain could not process the speed.
Nope.
And
No.
so he would play on me and get me wins.
I would play on him.
He's like, I got you a win in Fortnite. I'm like, I don't even play the game.
Got you a dub, Dad. Dub.
Right.
But
But
the
we
zero
haven't
build's
played
nice.
that game. I haven't played that in years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
But there's a zero build.
They did a zero build for us old folk because I'm like, dude, I'll play, but I can't build, and so
No, I can build. So
Yeah.
my strategy is I kind of build a little, but I usually when they like build, I try to sneak around, just try to.
Yeah.
I can build, but I'm like, yeah, I'd just rather do like a guerrilla tactic. You run and go.
last year was that December, right around Christmas.
Yeah.
They released the OG map, like the original season 1 map.
I did hear
And-
about that. I never
yeah,
got a chance
and
to
like-
check it out. But
I think one day alone, it was like 1 billion people or something online. It was some ridiculous stat that like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now they're starting to introduce that again, and then they're probably going to do that around December,
Yeah.
like season 2 map or something like that. So
Okay,
kind of
okay.
the
Doing an
nostalgia
update.
factor is definitely
Yeah.
there.
But
It was
I love the OG season. I'm like, I love just to play it again.
yeah.
Like, I've
So
never played-
reloaded is smaller and tighter, which is
Yeah,
nice.
I
So
try to play with I was like, Mom, can I play? And she's like, no, because she didn't like the people like on like they got the mics and stuff and just it's just
Oh yeah.
like so much trash talking. I'm like,
yeah. Well, so we don't. Well, we play, but we don't talk to people. which
Yeah,
is
but
fine.
Or have
Sometimes-
voice chat muted and all that.
yeah, and
There's-
the,
there's a lot of trolls out there.
or like
Yeah.
the people who have
We're big Call of Duty guys.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So
And actually, the comparison between Fortnite Reloaded and Call of Duty is in Call of Duty, there's a mode called Resurgence. And so you come back after like 10 seconds, 15 seconds after some time. And
Yes.
it's been in the game
yes.
for almost 4 years now.
now they just got to introduce Metallica into Call of Duty because they do that with a lot of these rap stars.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like, put James Hetfield in, and I want the 85 skin of Ride the Lightning or Puppets.
Yes.
And I'm going to run around,
Yes.
yes.
which would be so awesome. Because
Well, I mean, Metallica, they're spending some pretty big bling here. They got all the Metallica skins,
Mhm.
and yeah.
We need a
What do you need?
we like there's like it's like all the armor kind of like you could suit up as Ride the Lightning, but you have to play. We got the battle pass kind of for like if you play the game for like you actually have to play on the controller.
It's
or
almost like old school Guitar Hero, but you're using controller. And the notes are coming down. And,
But they actually there's a thing where a newer thing where you can actually like
get a controller.
no, it's like a guitar, but it's, you can actually play on a guitar.
Mm.
They probably would make, I would assume they
being
make
a
that for
guitar
Xbox.
player, I cannot play Guitar Hero.
Yeah, right.
So
Not
I
the same.
You
can't,
can't
but
play
I'm like,
fake guitar. Why not?
Have you seen?
yeah,
people
because it's
who-
the whole sequencing. It's like
Yeah.
it's like Mastermind on crack, and
Yeah,
I can't do it.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
do
I
it.
mean, when Guitar Hero was when the fake guys were really doing, like level 5, they're going crazy. It's like,
Well, it's insane. I've seen the videos.
yeah, it's like
insane.
this is insane. This is
Okay.
insane.
some guy
Like,
actually tried to get
this
100 on like the
Yeah.
hardest level, and I'm like some people just slow it down, make the easier levels, and just speed it up really fast.
Oh,
But some
right.
people got caught. But like now it's like, hey, we got the camera.
Wait, there's fake things online?
What?
Whoa.
No way.
Gosh.
That's great.
I can't
Crazy.
sleep.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So anyways, they're doing a little bit of that to the music aspect with Metallica.
Yeah, and you could get
so.
like we got the drummer. Like I know I am a big fan of Metallica, but I haven't memorized
Lars?
Lars, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Mars.
drummer, and now you have to play the game to get like everybody. It's like okay,
No. No.
we might need to play we might need to start grinding.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
like,
Let's go into our main topic. I don't know why I clapped, but I did.
Let's do it.
Well, it's a great clap.
Let's clap. So again, so just for we met Bobby, in the 501st, a part of the Midwest Garrison. So it was really cool. And then on top of it, they're father and son, and we're father and son. So I thought it'd be cool to get together and just kind of talk a little bit. So let's start with Bob Senior here. Bob, how did you get into Star Wars? Like, how did that journey start for you?
How did I get into it?
Yeah.
Easy. I was 5 years old when the movie came out.
Yeah.
So what kid doesn't want to see sci-fi and Darth Vader? And I still remember to this day, my older sister would go, "What did you think of the movie?" And I was like, "Well, there was a ship and I'm trying to recreate the Falcon and, and I'm like, there was this black guy Vader. And, I didn't remember it. I just remember I was like in awe from watching it. And then, of course, we had to wait a year later to get the toys.
Right.
So that following Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say I was spoiled. Being the only boy and the youngest.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I had everything.
Nice.
Everything. So
How
how about you?
For me, it was Empire for me. So that was the first. Yeah, I was 5 when I saw Empire. So I was
Okay.
like,
Gotcha.
yeah. So so Trent's a sequel kid. He saw his first movie was Force Awakens. So
Wow.
in theater.
in theater, yeah. I
Wow,
mean,
wow.
you saw Empire Strikes Back like the day you were born. I'm like, hey, let's check this out. But,
Yeah. 9-pound baby boy, we're watching Empire.
that's right.
Let's go.
Exactly.
I can
As
wait
a
on the
good
diaper
father
change.
does.
We
A good
could
father
wait.
does, yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you started. You're in the right age group there.
I think it was the right age group. Where a lot
Yeah.
of my friends, some of them are younger, decade behind me, even
Mhm.
decade and a half to 2 decades, where they don't understand the Star Wars connection. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you had to be there. You had to be there in the 70s for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
fortunately, he got into it.
Yeah. So Bobby,
Uh,
how did you get into it? Was
Well,
it a big influence from dad or on your own or what?
Yeah, it was a big influence from dad. Kind of a similar story to Trent. Just kind of being pushed onto me, basically, pretty much right at birth is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And I think I was when I was 4. That was right around the time that was actually when the animated Clone Wars show came out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
2008, and that was the summer where I started getting all the clones. I need every variant of clone, because who doesn't want every variant of clone? And just started getting every single toy as
well,
what
his
it felt like.
Yeah, his birth. He has a July birthday coming up. So
Nice. Happy
you're going
early
back-
birthday.
Thank you.
the big
Yeah.
2-0. So
Mhm.
this is the end of his teens.
Mm-hmm.
Start of his 20s, which is scary. Nonetheless, you go back 16 years ago,
Uh-huh.
Clone Wars came out, and then I have friends going, "Well, what should we get him for his birthday?" And I'm like, anything Star Wars.
Yep.
And back then, Toys R Us was
Booming.
booming and
love
alive.
Toys R Us.
And we would walk in there, and the end caps, it wasn't just an aisle. I mean, it was literally an end
Yeah.
cap when you'd walk in.
Yeah.
And I remember when he was like younger, back say around 2 years old, Babies R Us was split, right?
Yeah.
So me and his mom, we would go to the left to look for diapers. Well, she would
Right.
push him in the cart, and I would go right to the new toys. And I'm like, they didn't have that when I was little. They didn't have that when I
Yeah.
was little. And before you know it, here we are.
Your credit card went
Uh-oh.
down.
A lot of money later, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and your
Wow.
credit card went down.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, the balance went up, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. So what was your first movie that you saw in the theaters, Bobby?
Force Awakens as well.
Force Awakens?
Actually, no. They re-released Phantom Menace.
In
Was in
3D.
3D.
And
Yeah.
3D.
They were
Yeah.
supposed
Okay.
to do them all, and that was the only one they ever did.
Yeah, I
I
know.
was so young though, I can't remember it. So the actual movie I do remember is Force Awakens. So I often forget about the Phantom Menace.
Interesting.
Phantom Menace is one of the best.
It's good.
That's
After
my favorite.
rewatching it, we rewatched it for the 25th anniversary.
Yes.
Did not deserve all that hate. It was really good. I had a blast watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jar
What was
Jar
the
didn't
hate?
bother me.
Well-
It was like, this is great.
Yeah.
What was the hate?
The hate? It was just different, again, Bob and myself, when we grew up it's just a different movie. And so a lot of people just like, I don't like this,
Why?
and
Because it was not the time. It was the error.
well,
was, like,
and
fully-
Star Wars is generationally for kids, and so when you see Jar Jar out there, you're just like, I don't know, I don't know about this.
I think the easiest way to sum it up is the original movies are so pure.
Yeah,
And when you go over to the prequels, now like you're forcing a story to be told. We didn't need, technically, when we were kids, we didn't need a story. You
yeah,
know, a bad guy and a good guy trying to save the princess.
yeah,
End of it, it's over and done with, right?
right,
So okay, now we gotta recreate this story over
Yeah.
3 movies.
Mhm.
And to me, some of it's forced where the original trilogy to me flowed naturally.
mm.
George Lucas has this idea, Journey of the Wills, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
It gets turned into this and rewrites and this and that. And it's like, but for those 77, 83, that's all we knew.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you have media, you have
Mhm.
a lot more people are judgmental.
yeah. There's a lot more opinions, and the opinions can be heard a lot more.
But back in the 77, a movie was expected to flop.
Yeah,
Why do you think George Lucas had the rights to the toys?
Yes.
He saw something in it,
Yeah.
and he maintained the rights for that. But I think so. We get through the prequels where a lot of like that generation of the 90s or whatever,
uh-huh.
early 2000s, it applies to them because they're kids. We don't understand the Jar Jar thing.
right. But
now
but the kids do, because like that was definitely one of the things that I saw when after I was seeing Phantom Menace a couple times in theaters. I'm like, kids are laughing at Jar Jar, and so I realized really quickly this movie's not for me; it's for the kids. And so I
Well,
was
he
like,
stated before, Star Wars isn't. It's for everybody.
it's for everybody. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
aimed more at the children.
Yes.
Where us hardcore guys are getting mad. Like, I thought you were making this movie for us.
That's right.
Yeah,
For me.
but do you know the tactic how Jar Jar kind of fights? It's called drunk.
Oh,
It's like-
are you talking about the Darth Jar Jar theory?
That is a theory, but
It's kind of Drunken Master.
it's like there's an actual skill when he actually fights, like when
Yeah, he's
with
like kind
all
of
the droids. It's called drunk. I think it's like
Drunk
called
Master. It's
or
like
it's
Drunken
drunk-
Master.
yeah, it's like Drunk
It's
Master,
like a
Drunk
very
Fu.
loosey.
Yeah, it's like drunk
Yeah,
Fu or like drunk master. It's like he just like you have to like keep awake
You-
while fighting. It's like
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
Who's
a
that
theory.
guy?
He's just a goofy guy. He's
There was a guy in Mortal Kombat. He was kind of a drunk.
I played Mortal Kombat, but in one.
I can't remember which one it was. It was like the drunk master, and he was always bobbling and like waddling around.
I don't remember that.
We'd have to look it up.
Okay.
Chi or something. Yeah, he was like this drunk guy.
yeah.
No, I can
We'll-
look it
we'll
up.
find
Bobby's
out.
like, I'm looking this up right
I can
now.
look it up right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bob, how did you get into the 501st? Like what was that gateway for you?
Well, we were talking about parades. So we
Okay.
have the parade
Yeah.
coming up tomorrow, 4th of
Yeah.
July. So I don't know how I heard about it, but I don't know what the 501 is at that time. But I
Uh-huh.
hear that a bunch of Star Wars guys come out and do this parade. So what better place to take a 4-year-old to
Right.
go see a bunch of Star Wars guys?
Mhm.
And so sure enough, we get there and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like a ton of them. There's like,
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling like this
There's
little
a
kid.
Yeah, they have a Death Star float. Yeah, Vader's there.
I'm
yeah,
like, there's all these
protocol droids.
stormtroopers,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I want to be in a picture with him.
yeah, right.
I'm like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And of course, here's this cute little kid. Hey, can he be in a picture? And before you know it, he's on the float. They're like, come on, little guy, you go on the float. I'm like, how did he get on the float? And I'm like, this is so awesome. So it became a yearly thing. Every
Okay.
4th of July, let's go out there.
Let's go to Bartlett.
Let's go to Bartlett.
Okay.
And, we didn't understand what the Death March was then.
Yeah. Right.
What we did was we went to the staging area, and I don't know. Then we ended up going to the end to try to catch them at the end and
Right.
take pictures with them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And my MySpace, if you remember MySpace,
Wow.
that's where a lot of those
Okay.
pictures,
Okay.
a lot of those pictures are on my MySpace page as a little boy being on the float.
Yeah.
So let's go back maybe 13. How old were you?
Are you
14.
talking about trying to talk about the picture?
Tom Rosie.
Oh, when we met Tom Rosie.
Tom Rosie's another 501. Okay.
I think I'm assuming 12, 13-ish. Roughly probably 7 years ago.
7 years ago, I meet a guy named Tom Rosie.
Right. Uh-huh.
And I start talking with him, and before you know it, I kept running into him yearly and yearly. And then I'm watching his son develop too. He's like, you remember Junior? And Junior's getting taller, he's getting taller. So I maintained a friendship with Tom over these years.
Okay.
So I don't want to take away from Bobby's answer.
Sure.
He got in because the Tom Rosie
Tom is a big influence on me.
it'll go to him.
Okay.
So
okay.
I guess I can continue this here.
Sure,
Well,
sure.
I'll mention one thing that he kind of forgot to mention, but
Okay.
it's also a big thing. Tom ended up coming to one of my birthdays and he brought his TK and he let my dad try it on.
Oh.
It fit my dad perfectly, but I was like 14. This is roughly 6 years ago. Maybe
Hey man,
5.
having a stormtrooper at your birthday at 14 is still
Oh, it
cool
was a
in my
hit.
book.
It was a hit.
And
Yeah.
so he's walking around and yeah, that was fun. And
picture.
then, okay, so now it's going to come now my story on this.
Yeah.
That was kind of his story. I've just, and then ours kind of conjoined at
They
the end.
merge together.
They merged
Yeah.
together, but it's a separate start. So when I was 6, we actually had the Garrison show up to my 6th birthday party. He made a donation to Make-A-Wish. We
Yeah.
had a Vader, we had a biker scout, we had and then a member from Galactic Academy show up.
Okay. Cool.
And they were walking around, and it was a great time for a 6-year-old and all my 6-year-old friends having a blast with all the Star Wars guys at the house. And that was roughly around the time he mentioned when we went to Bartlett for the first time, and
Right.
learned more about this group and all that. So then we keep running into Tom and all that, so that story keeps building. So then I was 17. This is about to hit 2 years. Actually, just hit 2 years,
2
like
years.
yesterday.
Yeah.
We show up to Bartlett. We're talking with Tom, and his son is now in Tom's costume. He's doing the Death March.
Mhm.
And it was at that decision or that day.
Well, now I got to cut you off.
Okay.
We're doing hot tags now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. He takes it over.
Okay. Now I'll take it over, then you finish. So we have a picture of Junior in
Yes.
4 TKs when he's 6 years old.
Right.
Now we went back here and there. We may not have did it every year, but we happened to go back when he was 12.
Uh-huh.
And I go, hey, you know what? Let's recreate that picture from when you were 6.
We got
Yeah.
4 Ks behind me.
And you could tell the height difference now.
Right.
Little boy, mid-teenage.
Yeah. New teenager. Right.
When we go there 2 years ago, guess what? Ended up being the next 6-year gap. It was 6, 12, 18. I go,
Like,
we got to
we gotta take a
recreate the
photo.
picture. Now Bobby's as tall as the stormtroopers.
Right.
He went from dinky to mid-size to the same height. Then we run into, and Tom's son now is in that picture
Yeah.
as one of those TKs. We know a lot of political people that are in the parades too. So we go take that picture
Yeah.
and we're like, Tom, we'll catch you at the end of the parade. We're walking away and he turns to me, he goes, you know what? I want to do this.
Yeah.
And I was still 17, almost 18 at this point. It was roughly
Right.
2 weeks before my birthday. And
Right.
so I'm like, this is perfect. I'm going to get probably some money. It's my 18th birthday. I'm just graduating high school.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get money, start saving up.
Right.
So we tell Tom we're kind of interested. He's like, hey, come on out to my documentary Behind the Buck.
Right.
So we're like, okay, I guess we'll show. We show up to Hollywood Boulevard and
Hollywood Cinema.
or Hollywood Cinema, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like, we don't know anybody. And Tom's like, hey, I want to introduce you to this guy named Rex. We're like, who is this Rex guy?
Yeah.
And we're talking with this Rex guy, not knowing he is our CEO of the Midwest. We think he's just some random dude who knows what he's talking about. And it seemed like Rex didn't want to be there. He was like, I want to watch the movie. We're trying to talk to him. Like, hey, what do we do? And he's like, hold on. I'm like,
Yeah.
like caught him
We're
at a bad time.
overloading
We're
him.
overloading Rex. Did we just meet him? It's like, hey, we're interested. He's like,
Yeah.
what's
I have
going on?
1,000 questions.
Yeah.
We had 1,000. Yeah.
And so he's like, okay. So we got in contact with Rex. We got his Facebook and all that. And so it was about a month later. We send Rex a link because at this point we had been talking with Rex and like which costume I should get. And at that point, I want to be a stormtrooper. We find one that was decently priced. And we send the link to Rex and was like,
Yeah.
hey, is this a good one? He said, instantly buy it. Like, okay. And so we buy the TK. Shows up roughly 2 weeks later and in parts.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, now come over to my house like every weekend. Let's start building it. And we're like, okay.
I think it showed up. He was having a building party,
Oh,
And
okay.
that's what it was. Yeah, he was like, we're having a building party.
and he's
this
like,
weekend.
hopefully it's here by then. And
Mm.
well, can we still come if it's not? Because we still want to learn and meet people.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it showed up.
It showed
Nice.
like 3 days before, something like that.
So the second part of the question
Yeah.
of how we got into it then
Right.
would be this was all him.
He
Yeah.
was not at all going to be in this.
Yeah, I was not in it.
You're like, I'm not doing it.
I had no urge. This is his thing.
Mm.
You know, I'm gonna just step back and let him go on his thing. I figured I didn't know if I was too old or if it's just I have too much going on with
Yeah.
band and,
Right.
and work and marriage and
Right.
dad and whatever.
All those adult things, you know?
There's a thing called
I don't
life.
have time to cosplay here, people.
Right. And I didn't understand it all either.
Yeah.
But I figured he's young enough. We already know Tom. I'm meeting this guy Rex. I'm going
Yeah.
to these building parties for him.
Yeah.
I want to just make sure he's being steered in the right direction.
And these are not a bunch of freak guys. Like we want
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
right.
I'm only child, got to protect my boy, right? So I'm going with him every week. What's funny is I'm not the craftiest guy.
Right.
So Rex is like, hey, old man to me, you know, or hey, pops, cut this. And you know, and I'm cutting in before you know it. And he goes, all right, you just let your son do it, Bob. And he goes, Bob or Bobby, why do you bring your dad here? Just him home. You come with us. You're part of him, not him. You know,
Yeah.
that was him writing me,
Yeah.
giving me some crap. And so there's a second part of the story
Yes.
then. So I go there just to make sure he's getting
Yeah.
set in the right direction. There's trust there, which they're in it up, obviously.
So
Obviously.
I'll take over for the next bit now.
These
rough-
hot tags are like
Yeah, I gotta switch over again. Here, switch over. This is nearing end of October-ish time, probably like October 25th. I feel like that date is sticking out to me. A guy named Mike Stoughton show up and a guy named James Nichols show up. We're like, who are these guys? And they're like, hey, we're here to help build your TK. Like, okay, I guess more help. We go through like a 4-hour build party session. We learn that James goes by Tattoo, and we got Mikey here. And we're like, all right, we're getting closer to these people. And then towards the end of that day, Mike's like, hey, I'm just going to finish this up at home. We're like, what?
What?
He's like, yeah, I'm just going to take it home. I have it done within a month. Like, you sure? He's like, yeah. So he just takes it.
We're like, are we going to get this back?
We just met this guy. We're like, okay. So
we paid good money for this. Are we gonna get this back?
Like,
right,
what's going on?
It's going to be on eBay. You know?
Yeah, we're don't expect it to be on eBay. And it quite literally was about a month and a half later. We are putting the entire armor on. It's about December 10th, and it's fitting pretty decently, just a couple minor fixes. And so Mike brings up the thing of how there's the Chicago Toy Game show coming up that weekend. It's like 2 days later. He was like, hey, would you be interested in wearing my Oshirad Het Tusken Raider Jedi to get an experience of doing a troop? And I'm like, sure, why not? You know, make sure I know I actually want to do this. And so we do that. And my dad goes, or Mike goes to my dad saying, hey, do you want to wear my shock trooper at the event too?
Well, now I'm not in this group.
He's not in the group. He's not going in at all. He's like, would you want to give it a shot? And
to watch to see what your son's going to endure.
Yeah.
You know, what it's all about.
Yeah.
And so he goes, sure, as well. So we do this troop. I look at my dad and I'm like, man, you look pretty cool.
You look kind of cool, Dad.
You look kind of cool.
You kind of look kick ass. I'm like, because you know, here I am all these years later wearing a TK outfit. And I'm like, you know, I don't know really how I look, but he goes, you look killer.
No, this is you in the,
like looking in the mirror.
No, this is you like you turn around. He's like,
yeah. So he's like, you know, Mike was a bigger guy, and I'm, you know, got a broader body than Bobby does, so he wouldn't even have fit it. It wasn't made for him. It happened to fit me perfectly. So a couple weeks goes by, and
not even. It was like literally like a week later.
I asked Mike, I go, hey, you want to sell this to me? And he goes, nah, it's my first costume. I said, all right, I figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
Well, I just happened to hit 20 years at work, so I got a bonus.
Okay. Yeah.
Hit that bonus check.
Uh-huh.
The next day, Mike goes, hey, I'm going to sell it. You interested? I happen to have the money from my bonus.
And
here we are.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yep.
is that the
So, yeah.
And 3 costumes in now.
Yes.
3 costumes in.
He is 3 costumes in now.
Wow.
So I have the shock, I have the tie, and then
He bought the TK off of me.
Oh.
So now it's his.
Okay.
Then what do you wear?
So what do you got now, Bobby?
So I have a Shadow Trooper.
Okay.
And I now have my ATST driver.
and
Oh.
other one that's not done yet.
Oh, yes. And I also have a Shore Trooper that's currently in repair. Not repair, but going through the process.
Going through the process. Yeah.
Well, so this was Javi's Shore Trooper he had. And then Javi painted it all black for a C2E2 troop a couple of years
Okay.
ago. So I bought it, this version, all black. So all that needs to be done is I got to paint it, and I can get it painted. So
Nice.
I practically also have 3. So we combined have 6 costumes at the moment, and we're not even 2 years into the garrison.
This is sounding a little addicting right now, guys.
It's like a
We've
tattoo.
got, like,
No, I'm totally not
no.
working on getting a cap and doing scanning crew in like 2 weeks. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
I told my
I saw
wife,
that
no, I
picture
said-
too. I was like, okay.
It's
all
like a
I told my
tattoo.
wife,
Yeah.
I told my wife, I said I gotta go on Wampaware and get my reserve hat now.
Ah,
Because that'll turn into another thing. And then the
Yeah.
scan crew, if I buy that costume or the
jumpsuit.
jumpsuit,
yeah.
which is same as
it's my ATST, and
Yeah.
so
that'll turn into another costume. So we'll be sitting on 5 here momentarily.
Nice.
It's like an addiction. Once
so
you get a tattoo, you
yeah, it's
can't
kind of like a
stop.
tattoo. It is.
It's like,
Yes.
once you get it, you cannot.
Once you
stop.
get one, you gotta get
it's
more.
like people be like, when I get a tattoo, it's like therapy. I'm like, let me see your credit card.
Right.
Like how much
It's
in
funny you
debt
say
are
that.
you? How much
It's
in
funny-
debt are you?
It's funny you said tattoo because I just got one from Jimmy last night.
Nice.
What do I get?
and last night too, I was there with him, and I told Jimmy, "Hey, I sent Jimmy the image for my second tattoo because I got my other one up here."
Nice,
See?
nice,
See?
nice. Oh, cool. Nice.
So you can tell how much of a Call of Duty fan we are because this
Yeah.
is a Call of Duty tattoo. So
Mine is in 2 sets, so I did the outline last night. I'm a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan.
Okay.
But the flag that's on my leg, I never liked it. The guy
Mm.
I've always hated it. And it's obviously red, and it's a pretty
Right.
good size red. So I needed something black to really cover it. So we sat there for 3 hours putting together a game plan yesterday. And
Nice.
sure enough, we're actually using my tie kit, my body, not just an internet thing, a picture. We actually
Right.
took a picture, and it's on my leg right now.
Nice.
Can we see
Very-
it?
no,
Pretty
no.
cool.
You're not gonna do like a showgirls thing.
It's not done
Well,
yet.
we'll see you
I'll let
later.
that
Well, it's
go.
not done. You gotta wait till it's
we'll
done.
reveal in
you
a
know,
couple
healed.
weeks when it's
Yeah.
done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta wait. You gotta wait like a month, let it heal up.
Yeah,
and then
exactly,
full shading thing.
exactly.
So probably like 2 months, it'll be ready for show.
So what's cool about you as a father and son combo trooping together? What's cool about it?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll take this question. I feel like what's cool about our dynamic is it's not really a father-son dynamic because we're not father-son, we're more friends. And that comes from me being the only child of us constantly, like him mentioning he played Fortnite with me and we were playing
Yeah.
Call of Duty, Minecraft, we still do. And so we're more friends. So we don't really get that father-son dynamic because we're practically just friends, buddies, who are just trooping in costume together. And that's what's so awesome about it is like, I'm gonna hit this area, he's gonna hit this area, and we reconvene somewhere else. We're like, all right, and then we stick together for a bit.
You know what it is that, and it's far from boasting. It is far. It's just that the early years of parenting, which you'll see, they pretty much went flawlessly. No one's perfect. I mean, he had his hiccups and his ups and downs,
Right.
but stayed out of trouble.
Yeah.
Maintained good grades. He's in
Yeah.
college. I will always be dad.
Right.
1,000. I will always be here for him to the day I'm dead,
Right.
to the day I die. But he knows when to ask me. And if he needs me to go into dad mode, I go into dad mode.
Right. Yeah.
But if not, like he doesn't need the suffocation. I don't need to tell him to do anything because he already knows what to do.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's why it is very easy to separate
Yeah.
the father to the friend.
Yeah.
And
Understood.
I don't have to reprimand him. He
Yeah.
can be up.
Right.
That's a scary thing.
What has been one of your funnest troops?
That's a great,
There's so many of them.
There's so many.
Yeah.
So we kind of handle, since we joined, we started handling majority, like 99% of all troops in Carol's stream, we coordinate.
Oh.
So
it's like, this is my territory.
This is our territory. But no, because we're good friends with a lot of the politicians, like the mayor. And so it's like they're reaching out to us. Like, we know you guys are in the group. We'd love to have you. So we're like, all right, we get in contact with everybody. I think for me, it would have, so we did a dog show and we judged dogs in costume or best dog in costume while we were in costume. And we were a hit. Like, everyone's coming up to us and they're avoiding the dogs. They're coming to us. And I feel like that was just so unique. Like, who thinks of that?
They asked us to come back again. We had that come up.
Yeah, in a couple months. And it's just, who thinks of like, let's have some stormtroopers judge some dogs. Like, it's great. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm really into my hometown or my town, Carroll Street. We do a lot of volunteer work. I really like doing this parade.
Yeah.
I'm really into the parade tomorrow. And at Fourth of July, it used to be Christmas was my favorite holiday. It seems to be the 4th now.
Okay.
Just because the innocence of the kids, as you're walking, whether you're just a person watching the parade, or in the parade, the kids' faces when we come walking up are in awe. Plus, it's summer.
Yeah.
Everybody's faces. It's not like Christmas. No one's bundled up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the fire trucks are coming, and you could just see these little kids in awe. Or the Jesse White tumblers, or we're coming through. It's just that the joy of the kids, to me, the reaction.
Yeah, that's
so
my
cool. Thing. That's my thing.
Awesome. Very cool. All right, you guys ready for a speed round? I'm gonna clap again. Feel like clapping. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, transition. Okay. You wanna start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
Revenge of the Sith.
Empire.
Same.
And what was yours, Bob?
Empire.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Next. Favorite spaceship?
Jedi Starfighter.
TIE Interceptor.
Ooh, good choice. Okay. All right. Favorite weapon?
E11.
What's Boba Fett's?
A T
E3?
I don't know. I just love it.
That's a Google question.
I think it's a T12. I don't know.
Google. Thanks, Bobby.
I think it's a T12.
No, it's the
E3.
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 Got the boba on today. I felt it. All right. Next question.
Favorite
creature.
My bad. Favorite creature.
Ewok?
Well, Ewok is like a sentient being because they can talk.
Okay.
They're not.
Okay, I see now your question. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we could do favorite species too, if that's we can add that.
I'm gonna go with Hammerhead.
Ooh.
Okay.
The original, just Cantina Hammerhead.
So that's a Ithorian for you nerds out there. Ithorian Hammerhead. Okay.
Okay, I think I'll go with then a Rodian.
Oh, an Rodian.
Okay. So you're talking about like Greedo.
Greedo, yes.
Yeah. I know why.
Okay.
He knows why.
I know.
Well, now it comes back to trooping. So when I was getting my ATST, going through the process of like, I want to do this one, looking more into it, I found a secret CRL that I think was used for April Fool's Day, like many years ago. I was not meant to find it, and I did. And it's an ATST Greedo. And so it's just the ATST, but I have a Greedo head, and they're holding the helmet. And I'm like, this is great. I want to do this for Arts in the Dark.
Nice. That's awesome.
So that's why I think Rodians. Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, Rodians.
Yeah. Okay. So that's species. Now creatures like a Wampa or a Rancor.
Those are one of my favorite. I feel like.
Well, you like the Acolyte. That's one of yours.
Oh, yeah, I like the. Who's the? Which one does? Obi-Wan ride when he's going after
a Oompla or something
in Revenge, yeah.
A Bogda. Bogda.
Yeah.
All right, what's a
Vractal?
space?
It's a Vractal. Sorry.
It's a Vractal.
What's a space slug that's in the asteroid?
An Empire.
Ooh.
Yeah, that it's called space. The street name Space Slug, but it's like a Exogorth or something.
Huh.
You know,
Can I take that one?
You sure can. It's taken. Yours. It is yours.
What about
Okay,
space?
then
Space
you know
also
what?
cool.
I'll take. I can't think of the name of it. In Attack of the Clones, when they're in Geonosis, the like the bull. I can't
So you got the
Anakin,
Reek.
the
The
Anakin
Reek is
one.
the bull.
Reek.
The Acolyte is the crab guy, and then the
Okay.
Nexu is the cat.
Oh, the Acolyte.
Yeah,
The
I think I'm gonna
Atlas.
go.
Trent's he likes an Acolyte. An Acolyte is kind of fun.
Yeah, I love the sound. How they like
yeah,
the
he
sound.
loved the sound.
The
sound.
sound is pretty good.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just like
But you
I'm
like
gonna
the
change
Reek.
mine. I'm gonna go Acolyte.
yes.
Who wants a
Acolyte.
space slug?
Yes.
If
But
I'm
the
thinking
Space Slug
robot-
is a nice surprise in Empire. It's like,
I'm
oh.
thinking Robot Chicken when they like
when they're ordering the
headsets on.
Chinese food.
Yeah,
So great.
yeah, I'll go an Acolyte.
Yeah.
Yeah, Acolytes are just like
Yeah.
it's just like I've like first time I was like
It's a great little kind of Ben-Hur kind of feel, and the crab guy, and
yeah, I just like I like how he's like it's like how just Obi-Wan's dodging him with the thing. It's like
well, yeah, and that's like old special effects too, where they have the claw come in. It's kind of like a 1950s kind of
like
vibe
yeah.
to it, so it's cool.
And
Cool.
it's just like it was just like oh my gosh,
We did pretty good. That was pretty fast. Like,
What about wait,
usually-
your favorite character?
oh yeah, favorite character. Last
Oh.
question. Favorite character.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
So many.
Got me speedy here.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
That was my no.
Empire
Okay,
Strikes Back Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Because
okay.
he's mysterious.
Yeah.
Fun fact: my first word was boba. So
Really?
yes.
Wow.
So we had a changing table, like, of course, his baby room was like Star Wars, and so there was like 6 pictures, like cute little, and I would go through them every day when I changed them. I'm like, is this Han, Chewie, Stormtrooper, Boba Fett, and it was Boba was his first word.
Wow, that is
That's
awesome.
really cool.
Yeah, and I took over my dad's room. It was a collecting collecting room, like
Yeah.
all of the memorabilia, whatever, like all the stuff he has. He's like he moves it to the basement now. I'm like he's like gosh, because I took him to his
Yeah, it was
spot.
still cool. I
Yeah.
mean, I'd
like-
rather have you than stuff, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
he's
all
probably
good.
got like I don't know, probably like how much do you think you have in your collection?
Too much. It's too much. So
He had
But-
baby Looney Tunes in his room.
what's that?
He had baby Looney Tunes in his. I that was his mom.
Yeah, Mom. We'll blame it on Mom. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You know what's
It's all-
funny though? My name's Bob, and you know my middle name's A. Boba.
Boba. Boba.
About that.
Boba.
Boba.
So see, it's
How
gotta
about
be
them
Boba.
apples?
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Wait,
gotta be Boba.
so just it's Bob.
Bob with
A.
yeah, so
Just
you
an
can put
A.
it together.
Bob.
Put it together. It's
Boba.
Boba. There
Or
you go. I
Baba.
love it.
Baba, Baba, Boba, Baba.
That's probably one costume that I really want to do. It just
It's too much.
a lot of time.
But wait,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
I got to wear Rex's once,
Oh, you did?
twice.
Twice.
Well, the other one I had to hold Grogu.
You were still winning Boba.
I know. We did the Return of the Jedi 40th
Oh,
in
cool.
Chicago,
Yeah.
and it was only like my 4th or 5th
we
troop,
were still really new.
and I was like, Rex, can I wear your boba? like, who are
Bold-
you?
a bold move. Yeah.
And he
sure.
says yes. He's
And
like,
he
yeah.
says, yeah. And so, yeah, dude, I had so much fun. I
Oh,
thought
that's
I
so
was
cool.
him. I
Yeah.
thought I was him that night. I was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
Urban Park.
Rudy's is my favorite. I love Rudy's Boba.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh my
just
gosh,
like
yes.
I just look at him and it's like, I love you, Rudy. You know.
Yep.
I mean Boba. You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
did you
Boba.
walk like a cowboy? Kind of? Did you
You
walk?
gotta walk like a cowboy.
Did
Yeah.
you kind of walk like him, or just
Yeah.
like walk straight like?
Boba
gotta
Empire
get those
Boba.
spurs.
It's just real slow movements.
I
and
love the spurs. It's like same with Calbane, right?
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane, yes.
Yeah.
It's like it just I feel like like
It's a fun little
Yes.
Western thing.
yeah, it's like but they never did it with Django. They never did it.
Nah, Django was too sleek.
Yeah, he was more of like the DeLorean. He was more the DeLorean.
DeLorean, right?
DeLorean.
Yes. The
All right.
DeLorean, yes.
All right, let's switch gears. I'm gonna clap again. I don't know why. It's fun. Let's do it.
That's our
so
thing.
let's
Wait,
talk-
hot tag.
All right, we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk a little bit about Acolyte a little bit. Yeah.
Oh,
So
there's the cat.
We are on episode 6. There's only 8 episodes in this season, and this one is called Teach Corrupt. So they're really playing the dichotomy thing, especially with the twins. So what did you guys think of this episode?
I like it. I mean, I'm assuming we're fine with spoilers on this, right?
We're spoilers, baby. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Kamir. I also love the symbolism in this episode. So initially when Osha is on the rocks of this unknown planet and she looks at Kamir for the first time, he's walking all in black, right? He's walking to the lake. He gets in the lake and then he
get naked. He
got naked. And then he goes in the lake, he swims, and then he comes out and then he puts white on.
Yeah.
Almost like a mentor. And in my head, this entire episode is they're going to do a role switch here.
Yes.
Mae's going to start learning under Soul, and Osha's going to start learning under Kamir.
Do we have enough time to do that?
I don't. Well, who knows?
Well, so I forget. I mean, this is kind of a little Last Jedi with the. I think it's called. It's a certain movie. I forget what Brian Johnson based off, but we got 2 sides of the story, and we're almost there. We got the flashback. We understand a little bit of how the twins got separated and all that fun stuff, but there's still something. Again, Soul mentions it in this. He's like, I'm going to tell you everything because there's still another part we don't know yet. And I totally with where you're going, Bobby. I think Osha is going to turn and Mae's going to turn to, like kind of, they're going to flip flop because Osha's going to find out, Osha and Mae are both going to find out something that Soul did that he's still struggling with. And that's where I'm like, there's just going to be this split. And I do like...
We never found out about Kanaka's. Why was he writing the symbols on the wall?
Yeah, there's just like these Jedi Masters, like, again, that one guy, I forget his name, Corbus or whoever.
Yeah. He'd been in, like...
Who's meditating for 10 years and then just, like, comes out of it and is like, oh, yeah, I'm going to take this poison just to end this whole thing. It's like, it seems a little... much.
Something happened that night, and
we don't know.
We don't know what happened. I heard a theory.
Okay, I love theories. Let's go.
Love theories.
I am starting to believe this theory. I love Soul. Soul has become
Soul's my favorite. Yes.
I heard a theory that he is actually a Sith Lord.
Wait, what?
And honestly, it's getting to the point that entire episode, watching it last night, is making me start to think more about that and how it could be more true. And Kamir was a former Jedi.
Yep.
Turned Sith, or Sith as what is what they may refer to him as. He is maybe not a Sith. Maybe he could also turn back to the light. But Soul has always been a dark side user, doing the whole flipperoo.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's some crazy theories I've been seeing,
like Jar Jar, about like.
Oh, Dark! You're going Dark Jar Jar.
Dark Jar Jar. Like so many theories about like random stuff, like Disney and all that. Like, huh.
I mean that's not a bad theory. I just think there's something definitely he's holding back.
Holding on.
It's something with those witches, because we saw those witches do
the second
with Torben. Torben's eyes turned black. They got him to basically do what they wanted, and there's something happened that night. They somehow manipulated somebody to do something bad that night and kill everybody.
So you're saying maybe it wasn't even. Here's the kick is like maybe even Mae did not kill the witches.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think it was ever Mae.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think she just burned the house down.
Well, she definitely started the fire, but the idea was that Mae killed everybody. That's what we're led to believe, but it could be that maybe Soul did it, or I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot there. I just think
there is.
With Kamir, they're definitely, I mean, that's kind of Knights of Ren. This is kind of, I mean,
it was confirmed his Kylo Ren's theme song played at the end of episode 5. When he kills the moths, and it's Ren's theme song.
Yeah, and so I think I mean, and again, he's welding it just like he would like how they put together Kylo's mask, and I'm like, okay, this is getting but I like how it is very dark side. Obviously, he's talking about like emotions underneath there, anger, fear, all that stuff. And it is, we don't know why Osha left either. We just don't know why. I mean, it's
supposedly
kind of weird.
failed.
Like you just kind of drop out, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, she said she failed to him. She was like, I failed, and then that's when she ignited the lightsaber and
Hmm.
went to stab him. So what did she fail?
You know what's
Or
going to
it's
stink is that it's getting such horrible reviews.
Yeah.
What
We
do
were
you mean?
talking about this, that the show was getting criticized and scrutinized before it even came out.
Yeah.
They're saying it's worse than the Star Wars special.
Yeah,
it's
I
low,
think that's a
it's
little bit
rated
of a
lower.
stretch.
And I actually like this show. I don't care about the politics. I don't
Yeah.
care about what was
Yeah.
your theory on Shmi?
Oh yes, I heard this. I heard this theory, and I was like, this could be true. Is that Shmi was also one of the witches, and that's how Anakin was born.
Yeah.
And they did the whole same thing with the Force and got
Wait,
her
who's Shmi again? Who's Shmi?
Anakin's
Anakin's
mom.
mom. And
That
also
hurts my
heard the
brain.
theory that the reason why they didn't accept Anakin right away when he was 9 was because of Osha May being 9 when they were brought into the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
And that started the whole thing. We don't accept Jedi when they're 9 or older.
Right, when they're older. Yeah.
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 I've been hearing some crazy stuff.
I still like the show, and I'm just worried that they're not going to be able to tell the story this season.
Mm.
And I hope it gets
Well,
picked up.
I mean,
Yes.
the one thing is the story's already done for season 1. If they do a season 2, that's a different story. But like
Mhm.
this, it's already filmed. Everything's, but it is getting, it's getting a little hard on the. But like part of, I think with any story, you have to see it to the end. So you
Right.
want to reserve some judgment. Again, you can judge the episode, but like you have to wait until the whole story because again, we're seeing an episodic. It's not like we're just sitting down and watching a movie and it's all.
Yeah.
This is episodic TV, so you're not going to see the whole thing, nor are they going to show the whole cards. But as soon as like at the end of episode 5, when they did the switcheroo, I'm like, oh, I think they're going to flip,
Yes.
and
Right.
Osha's going to become bad, and May's actually going to become good, because Osha's going to find out what Soul did, and it's going to be some kind of lie.
Yes.
And
How do my question
when
is like,
when you don't tell, I'll tell you what. Here's the moral story. If you don't tell the truth, it's gonna find it. The truth's gonna come out,
Yes.
and it's you have to
you're dead.
confront. Like
Yeah, you're-
that's such a Jedi thing. So like if the soul is not being true to what happened and he's hiding this, there's something there.
Yes.
Like
I was watching like as like the Acolyte and like okay the second season like the second episode like oh it's good. The third episode
we did not. The third episode we didn't like,
it
but
just made me
Okay.
feel
yeah.
it's just it just
But
didn't
we
feel
were
right.
the lightsaber fights in 5 were legit.
Yes, I like that because how like Disney and just like how like hey let's make it more kid friendly. I'm like I know it's rated PG-13. Okay, make it PG-13, not make it like PG. Just like
Yeah.
but
Well,
I,
I
like
think,
how
but I
how
think
the fight style and like the just the stabbing
it was it was pretty brutal. I
It
mean,
was.
yeah, they took. I mean, he snapped Yord's neck. I was like, oh my gosh,
That was my boy. He was my boy.
Yord horde.
I
I've been,
liked him too.
I've been doing this comparison since day 1 of the Acolyte. That he reminds me so much of Anakin, specifically Attack of the Clones Anakin.
Oh,
He is very jumpy. He's like, I want to do things my way, but then also
Yeah.
gets upset
Yeah.
when things don't go his way. And we
Right.
saw that a lot in episode 2 when they're looking for Kamir, and he's like, oh, we'll do this way, and Jackie goes, nah, we'll do it this way, and Soul goes, yeah, we'll do Jackie's way. He's like, what?
He's like, I'm a Jedi Knight.
Yeah, he's like, I have a Padawan. What's this
Yeah, yeah.
Padawan talking about?
Why can't I be on the Jedi Council? Okay,
yeah.
take
So
your
he-
seat,
No,
Anakin.
I
And
really
also-
liked Yord, and to
Yeah.
see him go out, I was so stoked. Like he grabs the Cortosis helmet. Yord's about to go toe to toe, and then he's dead.
Yeah.
He was gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he did like the chicken wing and he's all
Yeah. He did the chicken wing,
he's
and
like-
then and Yord.
Well, what
Yord
about your
took it.
next? What about your next costume?
I did.
Yes.
Oh, now we're bringing it back to next costume.
It's always coming back. I
Right.
have to. My goal is to join every single detachment. So I think
What?
Yes, yeah, I'm that addicted. I think I'm gonna do Kamir for Sith Lord detachment. I'm gonna
Oh,
so yeah.
I love his look. I love the sleeveless and the armband, the Cortosis arm. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Jordan is who's he gonna dress up as again?
As we call him Darth Toothy because he's
Oh.
got
I heard
like
that one. Yeah, like Toothy. Yeah.
Dark Toothy.
yeah.
Oh, you're gonna, dude, that would be awesome. Like,
the
I'm
helmet.
wondering. My thing is like how he blocks the thing. I'm like, like
block what thing?
what the lightsaber, like how it just kind of like.
Oh, because that
like,
Cortosis is
material.
like
Yeah.
yeah. But like I was like when I did, I'm like, what material is that? Like some kind of like I know it's some kind of
well.
metal.
So again, like Beskar is
Beskar.
what that's what the Mandalorians wear, and that is very good. And Cortosis is kind of the same thing. It stuns lightsabers and
Yes,
stuff
that-
like that. So
But for Mandalorians, it just like it deflects it kind of.
Yeah.
But for it's like kind of like cripples it like in the for.
that's why this
just, like, for the
this
new-
plastoid stuff the stormtroopers use.
or, like,
Whatever.
no, but like.
Why even
what-
wear it?
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't. Do
No,
it
it's
doesn't
like,
do it. A
probably wouldn't even stop a paintball.
non armor wearing person has more power than a
You
stormtrooper.
restrict it when the plastic.
Yeah. No,
No,
I
it's,
mean,
like, thin.
Leia took one in the shoulder. Poe took one in the shoulder. Everyone takes a couple hits.
they're
They're
good.
fine. One shot with the stormtrooper, like, all right, you're dead. So.
yeah,
Right.
like. But,
All this training I did, and it gets shot.
Yeah,
and,
like Qui-Gon, like he gets stabbed,
Oh.
and like
yeah.
like Qui-Gon's like he's probably from like emotional damage.
Yeah, like a lightsaber,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like,
lightsaber's lightsaber, man. You get cut off.
yeah,
so.
you're
How about
like,
that lightsaber whip?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
let's see the lightsaber whip. That was fun.
That was from the
Fun.
comics,
Well-
and I was excited to see that.
Yeah,
That was-
hopefully we'll see a little bit more.
I hope someone's
Yeah.
up with her too. Someone's up with Vernestra.
yeah. The girl,
I don't
who-
like her. She's like a Karen Jedi. Like I don't like her.
the girl who
She's just like, let's not talk to the council and let's just do our thing on the side. I'm like, okay, something else is going.
yeah.
on
And
here.
who's the witch? Like the witch, the other witch. What's her name? The witch who's like
the witch mom?
The witch.
She's like, she had like the
The-
Mandalorian symbol on her paint. Yeah.
Oh, you're
She was
talking
like a
about
Zarback.
the Zabrak one?
Yeah,
That's-
Zabrak.
She's
yeah.
like, go to your room, go to your homework. You haven't
no,
eaten.
no ice cream for you guys.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Like, your
No ice
Xbox
cream.
is taken away for 5 months because you didn't.
Yeah,
you
no
didn't
for.
brush your teeth. I'm like,
Was
Yeah.
that the second or third episode?
Third episode.
That was the
That
third
the
episode.
that was my least
Yeah.
Yeah,
favorite.
he's like, I don't like her. I was like, well,
Karen.
she's being very strict. So
Like, I know, like, I like people who are strict and funny, but she's just strict. Like,
and no funny.
no, she's just like,
There's
All
nothing.
right.
Yeah, there was.
Well,
nothing,
we got 2 episodes left. Lots got to happen, so we're excited. We'll see. Again, like I said, I think you got to reserve your judgment until we see the whole thing.
I think the show would have definitely been better if it was a binge, like they released all episodes at once. I think, or
yeah.
done something like 4 and 4. You know, end off like so week 1 that ends with Kamir landing, and then the episode ends with the Force push. It's like, all right, next week we get the next 4 episodes to see the rest.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
4 and 4, or just
Yeah.
all 8 at once.
yeah, I gotcha.
yeah.
Because it started off really strong, and then it went to that witch episode. It was okay. It was okay, but it was just like
Okay.
going from that strong to
Yeah, I
It's
know.
like, it's just like, where's the dad? Like, they're just like in the back, just molding the kids.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm like, no, where's the dad?
Well-
you need to go through like the cycle. The cycle.
The circle of life.
No, the kind of you live. No, it's like when like
you're talking
What
What's
about.
that
cycle are you
Ahsoka?
talking about? Life cycle?
no, I don't know
I
why I
think-
said
you
that.
you're talking about the one from Ahsoka, right? Is that like? Are you thinking of that? I don't know what.
Like I meant like once when you make a like when you like there's a kid.
Are we
that
talking about
time-
birds and bees now? Yeah.
There's just
This is not the type of conversation.
Yeah, that's
podcast
a
I was
different,
thinking
this is a
this
different
was.
father-son conversation. Let's wrap this up. We'll talk about life cycles next. So, all right, okay, Space Misters, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. Thanks for listening to another episode of Big T and Little T Star Wars podcast. I had to cut that off. We're cutting that off right now. You can find us on the socials. Big T Little T podcast on Instagram. BLILT podcast for Twitter, and then twitch.tv/Big T Little T. We're on the Twitch.
Yes, Twitch.
Playing some Fortnite. Okay, we got stickers, so we want to hear from you. So comment, tweet, or rate us on Apple Podcasts. Hit a 5-star review on Spotify. Email us at Big T Little T podcast. We love to throw You'll some swag that way if you give us a rating or drop us a question. Let us know what you feel about birds and bees. No, we need to know about what you thought about 6 and what's your hot theory for the last 2 episodes. It's definitely a switcheroo.
Yes.
It's like right there. And so, do you have any socials you'd like to share there, the Bobs?
I'll plug 2 of mine on youtube.com/ and then the @ symbol, CMDR Vain, CMDR VAIN on YouTube. And then on Instagram, Commander, COMMANDER _VAIN, Commander Vain on Instagram.
Nice.
I don't know.
Bob Pieroni at Facebook.
There you go. Find me on the FB. Yeah, find me on the FB. There you go.
Find me on MySpace.
We have to mention you run the socials for the Midwest, right?
I do run the socials. So all the posts you see on there, 99.99% of them are me, and then Rex sometimes makes a post.
It was dead for a long time, Bobby, and now you've brought it like a
resurrection.
It's back.
It's back. Thank you. I was
it's like a dead plant, but like
we should tell people what we do. Yes. That would be great on the socials.
Yeah,
and you're doing a great job. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it so much. So next week we'll be talking about episode 7, Acolyte. It's happening.
Yes.
We're almost there.
It's like school break. It's almost there.
Almost there. We're almost there. Stay on target.
It's like almost done in school.
Now remember.
Truly wonderful the mind of a child is.
And may the force be with you always. Bye. Bye. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.